Alright. Hey guys, today I'm going to play... What am I playing? Oh wait, here we go. A Light in the Dark, and I'm going to continue where I last started. Alright, from what I remember is that we're on day 4? Yes, day 4 right here. Alright, let's start playing this game. It's going to take me a while, like, to finish. Oh, Dawn. Achievement unlocked. Okay, I just unlocked an achievement on Steam. Alright. My head hurts. Through my eyelids, I feel the sharp sunlight. I open them, seeing a little piece of sky from the window. I passed them a long night after half asleep. I couldn't recall many details about last night, just how weak I was. Oh yeah, I forgot, he had a cold, right? He had cold and they took care of his body. They got him medicine, I think? Hey AJ, what's up AJ? How you doing? The fluctuating temperature rendering my body powerless, and my brain made a feel nauseated, like I had a hangover. Oh AJ, you just got home from school? Welcome back AJ. What's up? How was school? Hi. I already ate. Yeah. I felt there was something on my forehead. Then I realized it was a towel. A towel? A towel! No, I'm still at school. Oh yeah, still at school? Okay. Advertise me to your friends. I'm joking. That's kind of embarrassing, but I'm just joking. The ice have been melted by my body heat, making the towel disgustingly wet. Oof. I like 10 minutes till school ends, then I was stupid track. Oh, your friend told you to go to track? Oh, you fell for the guilt trip, man. Oh, have fun on track though. Have fun. I remember I had track. It was hard. It was really hard and painful. Oh, my throat. Damn. Remembering my foggy dream, my heavy heart dropped even further to the bottom. That was a memory of my mother, as well as the last thing I wanted to say. Was it because of stress? Oh yeah, he had a flashback of his childhood with his mother when she left with another guy. Man. So I kind of learned a lot about the two characters, so it's nice. I suddenly realized my hand was freed. Only the deep mark on my wrist proved that I wasn't dreaming. He's free? Finally! I started to move my hand in disbelief and tried to examine the ropes on my leg when I heard the cold voice of a girl next to me. Calm down. I'll tie you right back up if you dare to touch the rope. The girl was already awake, somehow monitoring my every movement while holding a cell phone. Hey son, what's up? Welcome back son. I'm done with track every single year since elementary school. You're done with track right now? Yeah, but too bad you have to do track this year. Why? Why do you fall for the guilt trip by your own friend just to do track? You don't have to. You can just quit. You don't have to do track with her or him. But I mean, if you want to, then you go for it. I couldn't see the little girl. I assumed they were taking turns to rest, but I wasn't sure where she was going. Get a nice ass and quit. Son, don't say that to Adri. I'm sorry, Adri, for a son vulgar language. I mean, you already met him already, so you know who he's like, but I'm sorry, Adri. After the argument and torment from last night, my own animosity against got her lessened a lot. Either that or I just have no energy to care. Good morning. I coughed a few times and greeted her with gathered strength. You took care of me last night? She grunted unhappily. The non-communicable reaction was her yes. Be quiet and save some energy to take care of yourself. Oh, didn't know you care about me this much. Shut up. Oh, what a tsundere. Her shoes on the ground made a tap-tap sound. She walked to me and looked down from above. Oh yeah, Mincha went to sleep. Weakling. She's a weird weakling. Stop acting like that. It's disgusting. But she has school tomorrow, so yeah, she's in her way. Stay quiet. Worried she might really do something if I say the wrong thing. I simply shrug. She's a pussy, mate. Could've sold him entirely. Yeah, you're right. You kill me after getting the money. After the science, I decide to be this transparent. She hesitates. Then, none comes to her head. Who knows? Oh, her face expression changed. Her attitude seemed to have softened from before. At least she had no longer hit me at random or threatening to kill me. If they really didn't care, they wouldn't have bothered to buy medicine for me. It could be my wishful thinking, but I rather believe they have no intention to really do it. So the next step should be try to cooperate. I should cooperate and establish a better relationship with them. I might be able to pursue them after winning their trust. Anyways, thank you. For what? For taking care of me. Ah, the Stockholm Syndrome is working, boys. It's working. She stumbled momentarily before responding. Tell your dad to cough off the money faster then. What are you laughing for? Nothing. I didn't mean to enrage her, so I shook my head, indicating it was nothing. A hostage thinking a kidnapper. This sort of development would make anyone doubt his or her sanity. The argument from yesterday was like a switch, bringing forth emotion long forgotten. Is there anything to eat? My improving condition led to a better appetite. I asked her for food. Here. First, pack of cookie, then she threw a can of something else. I picked up the can, stared at the cola in the hand in confusion. I had no idea why this thing would be here. Do I drink this? Duh, what else do you do with soda? Thanks. I still had no clue, but wouldn't say no to a chance to switch things up. I opened up a cookie obediently to fill my stomach with something first, then wash it down with soda. I'm going to wank. I'll be back in 20. Alright, son. See you later. Can no fucking being. Hey, Saifi, what's up, man? Saifi, what game should I play next? So sweet. No SCP today, please. I mean, I have like other games too, but they're like indie games. They're like short 20-second games. I can stream those, to be honest. To get more videos. It's fine, I'll take your place, son. Since all I had were cracker and steam bun, the sudden salt or flavor was way too much. I should play Roblox though. That's the thing. Take the medicine afterward. I had no time to babysit you. The medicine she spoke was on the desk. The effect was immediate and didn't make me sleepy. I wonder what it's made of. The food and partial freedom allowed me to relax my mind a little. No SCP games, no. Relax hostage? I must have getting too comfortable with the situation. We will let you go once your dad pays. I still read my mind. She spoke to me calmly. This was the softest tone she ever used, as though she was comforting me. Not able to bear that gaze, I look in the window. Adri, good luck. Good luck with the track thing, Adri, if you're still here. The more time we spent together, the more I understood her thoughts, her anger, her contempt, and deep down, her unease. It's the brand new game capture, sweet pretty. What do you mean? Capture sweet? Capture suit pretty? CPU. I'm confused. Is that the game name? Is it free though? Is there a way to avoid harming anyone and end all this peacefully? I shook my head, laughing at myself for being naive of that thought. So what now? Check the arrow. You can observe the new scene. Bathroom. Really? Well, first off, I don't want to escape. I don't want it to escape. There's no point of escaping anymore. Might as well talk to them. Alright, chat. Yeah, that what the CPS stand for. Also, it's a play on word for CP. Okay. Okay, whatever. Older girl. How much money do you actually own? About what's next? How much did you know about the kidnapping? How much money do you actually owe? Why are you asking this? It was rare she didn't reply in a mean word. Just coldly. Just wondering. Just wondering. Does it matter? Just a number I can't afford. Probably isn't much for folks like you. She replied mockingly and lit a cigarette. She turned her head and said no more. Chat. But what next? Well, it's easy. My dad is going... Okay. Let's go with this. Do you really think you can get out of this unscathed? Realizing I couldn't convince her normally, I changed my plan and tried to threaten her. She just looked at me with indifference. It didn't faze her at all. There's still some time if you let me go. Let you go. You think I'm a fool? You think I tie you up for fun? Who do you think you are? The serious question rendered me speechless. Instead of fear, my word triggered her anger. I realized then how much determination it required for her to do it. Rather than acting on my impulse, she knew full aware of what she was doing and the consequences that followed. Oh, wrong choice. In comparison, I underestimated the situation. Just let you go. What do you know anyway? You think you're a big shot? Well, I messed up. Why? Why then? Why? You wouldn't get it anyway. Not expecting me to really ask that. She paused and then moved away her gaze. I won't get it if you don't explain. So many questions. Just stay quiet till we get the money. You started it. If you have time for this, what about figuring out how to make your dad spit out the money? Not wanting to continue the conversation, she changed the subject after a grunt. So... how's your relationship with that British girl from that stream? Did you get... I have nothing to say to that, man. She's just a friend. That's about it. How does she know about the kidnapping? How much does she know about kidnapping? I asked her about the little girl, hoping to learn a little bit more information. Huh? None of your business. She changed the subject non-committally, but then after a while, followed up with, she has nothing to do with this. I forced her to help. Oh. I was surprised by the answer. I thought she would push the responsibility on her. Yet, it sounded like she was protecting her. What an interesting relationship. He's blushing. No, I'm not. The hell? She seems to be really trusting you. I never seen her before. I never talked to her at VC before. We just only text. We're just online friends. That's about it. She stared at me, biting her lips, and her internal turmoil was clear. The only thing I know is that she played League of Legends, and that's about it. I forgot how we actually met, too. I don't remember how we met. Sexting then? No, it's not. We just met on like Discord, but I don't know where on Discord. She knows nothing. I don't know. I don't know how I met her. It's weird. And I don't even know how she got into my Discord in the very beginning, or how we even started talking. Like really, it's kind of weird that I don't remember this. It could be like in a Discord server, but I don't remember. Or it could be in the game. I'm not sure though. But whatever. The little girl curled up in the bed, holding the bedsheet tightly. She didn't seem to be at peace even at night. The girl sighed lightly, and then she turned to me to emphasize her point again. I mean, I don't think she have a British voice. She's Asian, so... Wait a second. Asian girl with a British voice. Whoa. Okay, never mind. She's probably roofie you, and you're probably into kinky... No. Well, I wouldn't lie that I'm not into kinky stuff. Like, I am. Sure, why not? Why are we even talking about this, bro? I'm forced her here, and it was on my decision. She prepared herself, and I still scared of involving the little girl. I got it. She replied perfunctorily, knowing that it wasn't the truth. There's no way for her to be this obedient if she was forced, let alone defend her big sis. Alright, that's all the action point I got. I got a lot of information for that. I gotta act like Sun somehow. You don't need to, just act your sub. Both of you guys have different personalities. You can't be like Sun. You can only be Syphie. And Mintra, you guys can't be like Mintra. There's only be one Mintra. I mean, all of you guys have different personality, which is really weird. Like, you, in somehow, some way, you guys have the same personality, but not really, you know? It's a very weird feeling. Because we always, like, we have been talking to each other for always, like, almost years and years. I don't want to be a trap. Okay, never mind then. Seeing that I have gotten better, she walked toward me with a rope. Your hands. Do you really need to tie me up? I can't really escape like this. This or this. Take your pick. She motioned the rope in her left hand, then the knife on the right. Rope. Just please, be more gentle. Kinky. She nimbled about my hands. My wound burned upon contact with the rope surface. Oh, my stamina went down. The bread she brought back for lunch was the classic scallion bread with pork frost. The long absent flavor spread into my mouth and made this meal a feast after hours of nothing but nutritious biscuit. In contrast to me wolfing down to the bread, she showed no sign of appetite next to the window. What was she thinking about? I decided to focus on the bread more since I just recovered from illness. You brought so many flavors this time. How come? Seeing all the flavors in the bag, I was confused by her generosity. They're leftovers. They were going to get thrown out anyway. She coldly turned her head and grunted with distaste. I hate these fancy shops and take pride in their quality. They'd rather throw out bread than give it to those in need. Do you know what they said? If we give the leftovers to others, the original customers would never buy them. All for such a petty reason. Ha! She mockingly laughed, despised and self-proclaimed fancy shops. From their point of view, they do have a point. I replenished some strength after filling my stomach and start to chat with them. It might be hard to understand, just like people not getting why others would pay thousands of Taiwan dollars for a steak, or much more for a pair of headphones. For most people, so this is not Japan, this is not China, this is Taiwan. Okay, I'll make that sure. For most people, food was just to relieve hunger. For some people, however, it was a pursuit of the ultimate sensation of taste. Time does affect the bread texture. The store needs to maintain the quality for their reputation. If the shop cut the price when there were some leftovers, then people would only come right after closing. This would affect the profitable negativity. I initially wanted to explain the impact of the expectation mindset, but decided to go with a simpler way to explain it. The shop needs to make a profit, so it's only natural for them to. Only natural? I don't want to be a trap, really, son? That's not son. That's Syfy, but okay. If there are any men in the chat, Dark, what the hell? Didn't I just say it's not a matter of throwing it away or not, but the mentality of the customer will impact profit? That's why I'm pissed. Oh my gosh, she's pissed, man. What quality? What reputation? So, Sunbrain's reputation is more important than starving people? Does nothing matter beside the money? That's natural to you, huh? Her staring eyes were burning like fire, like those that had seen the worst of humanity were overflowing with rage. Why don't you try to change that instead of complaining to me about it? I still have an issue with her whining attitude. Even if we couldn't choose one upbringing and complain wouldn't make it better. If the game rules couldn't be changed, then why not try to play the rules by first, then change them when you could do so? There was always option to just slit your throat, hang yourself, or jump out the building, hoping it would be better next time. Still, a better alternative than whining all day long. Oh wow. Yes. I could only change it with my own hands. Surprising, there was no rebuttal, just a mysterious smile of her darkness face. I've gone through beating, threats, and her smile right there scared me the most than ever. The girl was looking outside the window with a cigarette. She was always extra quiet when smoking, like it was some serious ritual. In the room, only a few square feet in size, two people with opposite background quietly sat preoccupied with their own thoughts. How old was she? What happened? Why was she doing this? I thought I didn't care, but the more time we spent together, the more I realized how different she was from my imagination. The criminals in the news all look evil and inhuman. It was hard to imagine they might have their own stories too. The things they like, the things they hate, the people they cherish, their words, their thoughts. There was a sentence from the book. Everyone tried to live better. No one would think of him or herself as being irrational or crazy. If you feel that way, that meant you didn't know that person well enough. I didn't try to understand them. The fast-paced modern society made it exhausting to take care of oneself, let alone and others. We didn't care what others were like. Labeling them as good guy or bad guy was just that much easier. I mean, killing yourself is basically just a sped running your life, so yeah, I mean, you're right. Do we know each other? Do we know each other? No way. Our lives have nothing to do with yours. Hear my question? She snorted mockingly. Really? Somehow, I think I've seen you before. Hearing how insistent I was, she tilted her head and started thinking. Maybe in the shop. No, that's impossible. Or maybe you see me on the news or the police station, huh? Her smile seemed sharply cut me. Her pointed word made it hard to get too close. Then why me? Huh, still thinking about that? She sighed impatiently. She waved her hand to indicate that she lost interest in this exchange. Your dad is filthy rich, and you live by yourself. Can you think of a better target? Or you think there's some backstory? Just blame yourself for being too careless, or your dad for being too rich. I was still uncertain if the culprit was someone I knew. The fact that she knew this much about my household was just bizarre. The question aside, didn't she just mention a shop? She had work in a shop. What kind of shop? About what next? Hey, so what's your plan after getting the money? Why do you ask? She suspiciously turned her head to me, waiting for an answer. Just curious. How boring. Then a long wait, I had nothing to kill time but chatting. She stayed silent for a bit, tapping the cigarette ash on the desk, then quietly opened her mouth. I want to start over. Somewhere where no one knows about me. Aww. The face of the girl stayed in her vision was so determined, like some nun, poniest nun, praying. There was neither passion nor desire, just serenity. I'm asleep tonight. Alright, Mintra. Good night, Mintra. I don't care what kind of job I get, but I just want to save some money and live a peaceful life where I can sleep on the roof and eat properly. Wait, how do you know that you're not Sun in disguise and the other Sun is just his alter ego? Night, night. Night, Mintra. Good night, Mintra. You can't do that now? It didn't seem that impossible. She could have just grabbed a catnip and gone off to the countryside like those work exchange folks. Now? She laughed and waved her hand as though I just asked something really stupid. No fucking way. Even if you change your face or name, they'll still hunt you down as long as you owe them money. But even if you got the money and pay off the debt, could you really get out of this that easily? Whether through surveillance camera footage or call record, it was impossible to escape from the pursuit of the police thanks to modern technology. Escaping abroad might be an option, but the language barrier and the lack of cash would be a problematic. Hey Code, what's up? Hello Otaku. Hey. Aren't you a Otaku too, Code? But what's up, Code? Welcome to the stream, man. How you doing? Sorry, drinking with some water. My face is back, bro. Your face? What do you mean by face? Tao is a virgin, you ass. Mintra, you slept with more people with Dark, and Dark is a pimp. Mintra, just go to sleep. Don't worry about it. We're just joking. Well, he's joking, not me. I didn't know if she had thought about this, but it's weird for me to ask her anyways. Is that strange to you? No, I thought of similar things. I thought everyone has going someplace where no one knows who you are. Away from the stigma or expectation, just to live as your true self. Oh, why would we want that? Are you still not satisfied with your life? Men are greedy animal. Noticing I didn't speak the truth, she hesitantly opened her mouth, but nothing came out in the end. Alright, chat. I mean, it's whatever, Mintra. Like, sex is normal. Let's not care about it. There's no physical evidence that Dark is one. That I'm not a guy? Wow. I'm hurt. That girl, what's her plan? Will you let her go home after getting the money? Who? The one calling you big sis. She'll be with me, of course. I heard some gang would manipulate underage girls and make them into lackeys to avoid arrest. It has been only a few days, but it was clear that little girl didn't know anything and only followed instructions from her big sis. She didn't look worried when I was sick. It was just cruel to ask a kid of that age to be a scapegoat. Does her family know about this? Wait, so they're not related? Family? She frowned upon my question. There was some sort of communication barrier, as something seemed to miss. She has family, right? Or did they abandon her? I am her family. So they are sisters! Eh? I couldn't make sense of it at that moment and just froze there, forgetting about what she just said. Didn't she call me Big Sis? Wait, so you're really her sister, like sister? What else could it be? She impatiently crossed her arms across her chest and asked matter-of-factly, "Wow, they are sisters! I thought she must be like her boss or some surrogate sister. And if that was the case, then her faith in Big Sis would make sense. They are blood-related, after all." What are you guys talking about? Oh, hey, son. What's up? Welcome back, son. Nothing. Just that you don't look like Oh, Syfy, you're back. What's up, Syfy? How you doing? Is that so? Ooh. She suspiciously looked at me and burst into laughter upon. She saw through me. No. Code. They're actually in disguise. So Syfy is actually Sun, and Sun is Syfy. Mintra is Mintra. You guys are weird. Welcome to a weird channel. Hey, if you're watching me right now, you're weird. You know that, right? Because I'm a weird person. You're watching a weird person. That makes you weird. Makes sense? Logic. You thought she was like my lackey and I would send her to jail and my place wants to get the money? She was smiling, but there's no worth in her expressions. Are you kidding me? I'll take responsibility for my own actions. Not like you people who grab all the goodies and stuff other with that shit. I just think your little sister is just a good kid and would rather she doesn't get involved. Oh, so you actually care about us? She replied absent-mindedly, as though not believing one word I said. So what note did I update? Oh no. Nighttime. Finally. The girl put down the phone and loosened her tense brow along a sign of relief. Is she getting the money? What's up? Lucky for you, things have worked out. Your dad will pay tomorrow. For real? Duh! Why would I lie to you? She seemed to be in a rather good mood since all I got was just a look rather than a solid flying kick. Stay put and nothing will happen to you. So will you let me go? Who knows? Just don't have any fun ideas and wait patiently until tomorrow. She gave no promise and then just shrugged with an biggest attitude. It went differently than I expected. According to my understanding, my father, he would have tried to buy more time to let the police track the kidnapper down. Yet, instead he conceded rather easily. Did he really plan just to pay up? Is this hentai? Yes, this is hentai. Knowing him, he wouldn't believe the kidnapper claimed so easily. He must have a plan. No idea. I didn't know what he had in mind, which was a sad realization of how distant our relation was. Why do you look so pissed? Did your brain burn out? She asked with a little surprise after seeing me not saying anything with a lower head. As if. I responded vaguely. Well, I didn't think things would go well this smoothly. I had no intention to tell my kidnapper that. Psh. But without noticing my concern, she mumbled before opening a can store next to the window. Ha! She leaned back against the wall and let out a long tired sigh. She clearly didn't have it better than me, outside preventing me from escaping. She also had to worry about the police and negotiate process with my family. It might seem like it would be over, but the key event was tomorrow. Would they really pay as promised? Could it just be a means to buy time? They always say parents will pay any amount of money for their child's safety. Don't make me laugh. We are not a normal family. Nothing could be done with this broken excuse of relationship. Despite telling myself not to have any hope, I still wish for them to pay up. It self-contradict, even I couldn't really explain. My head started to ache again while pondering it. I tried to rest against the wall, but all sort of thoughts stuck in my mind. Oh my god, Allie. Be a good boy, okay? Liar. So, what's with your mother? Huh? I came back to my senses from this fuzzy memory and answered absent-mindedly. Why? Is there no contact at all from your mother? Is she right here in Taiwan? But she refused to show up after her own son kidnapped. That's strange. Maybe she's busy. All the unpleasant memory came up to me, making me try to change the subject reflexively. Are you kidding me? She raised her eyebrows, clearly not pleased with this answer. In retrospect, it wasn't really a convincing answer. But I still didn't intend to say much more than that. Wasn't... Okay. So they really are siblings. No wonder she was this protective. Why do you care about my family? Are you an arranged marriage agent? If you let me go, I can give you my number. Maybe we... I stopped right in the middle of the sentence. Then, there was only my voice throughout the conversation. She would normally have interrupted by me now. The strange silence spread across the room. I left my gaze and looked into her black eyes, realizing I suck at hiding my thoughts. You really talk a lot when it's about things you don't want to answer. Is that some rich boy habit? Maybe. I didn't expect her to know such detail, so I acknowledged her sharp observation with a bitter smile. Didn't you figure me out already? You should already know our relationship was bad. All I care about is if you have the money. Your relationship is none of my business. Why now then? I responded casually, but couldn't help but wonder about the intention behind this question. Sheer curiosity. I felt it wasn't that simple. I just want to hear from you what's wrong with your mom. Even Mr. Ken said it was pointless to contact her. Mr. Ken? Never mind, so you gonna talk or not? Seeing her impatiently brushing her hair, I lowered my head to ponder how to respond. I didn't know where to start, really. It was embarrassing, and I didn't feel the need to tell her. I should tell her. I want to know it. What? Is she your stepmom? Or your father's mistress? Seeing me now pondering, she started to guess randomly and managed to get pretty close to the truth. Something like that. Just the roles are reversed. Huh? In the end, I decided to go with the easiest explanation. My mom had another man. It wasn't really something I couldn't talk about, but it just triggered a ton of unhappy memories. Since I was a kid, she often went out with someone, but I didn't know where to or what for. It sometimes would take her a whole week before she came home. Even the housekeeper couldn't give me a direct answer. Your mom is having an affair. There'd be no way for me to tell a 10-year-old that either. Oh. She supported her head with a smile on her face, which looked more like gloating than sympathy. You guys are strange, always doing these sort of things. Affair, inheritance fight. Don't you have better things to do? Expecting me to answer, she started talking to herself and laughed. Damn, as though hoping to balance things out by hearing of other misfortune. What a poor man your dad is, making all the money abroad just to raise a woman for another man. He knows. He knows? I said it casually and saw her staring at me dumbfounded. Yeah, he knew about my mother affair. Cool story, right? Are you an idiot? Have a sense of humor. Why didn't they divorce? Did he forgive her? Or maybe your mother has money. She ignored my joke and kept praying. After confirming the ransom payment, she became a lot more talkative. Who knows? I don't care, nor do I want to figure out. They like it this way, and I can't do anything about it. I actually asked about that just once. I can never forget his reaction back then. I angrily told him about mother affair, and the hand touching me tensed up immediately. Yet the shock only strayed on his face momentarily before being replaced by another emotion. Some sense of relief. He softly rubbed my head and told me Mommy didn't have an affair. I simply misunderstood. Misunderstood? No explanation, just one single word. Why? With the company increasing in size, he spent more and more time abroad. He never did or ask of mother whereabouts, nor confront her, as though nothing happened. Why didn't he ask her? Why didn't they divorce? Why? Feigned arrogance, ignorance. I couldn't ask anything, seeing her soft smile, and the unanswered question became the gap between us. It got wilder over time until it became an unfixable distance. Maybe he has a mistress too. The marriage was just a ruse. Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised. Does your dad still love her? After staying silent for a while, she eventually asked. I don't know. At least, I couldn't. Mintra, you silly goose. No wonder you're sleeping. What do you mean? Wait, what are you guys talking about here? What's wrong? What am I missing out in chat right there? I didn't say the second part, and it didn't matter what the answer was. I deleted her phone number that day, and I moved out during high school, keeping minimal contact with my family. Since money came in every month, meeting up or not didn't matter. Maybe she knew that we were found about it. No, maybe she wanted us to find out. In retrospect, too many things didn't make sense. There was better excuses for the affair to keep me from discovering it. She wanted Dad to know. Why? Unbelievable as it was, it did explain many things. To force him to propose divorce, testing his reaction, regardless of the motive, there was no argument or confrontation as I expected, just the status quo. Maybe she just wanted to give Aunt Molly by forcing Dad to divorce. No one would openly have an affair to get Aunt Molly. No, Judge would be so stupid. She tried to find an explanation with a darkened expression. Save it. You won't find an answer. They've been like this for years. They at least tried to hide it from me when I was young. Now they don't even bother. The moment he was on the plane, she was already on her way to spend the night with another man. She just needed to play a good wife when he came home, as though nothing happened. It was like an adult version of playing house. The curtain raised, and everyone played their arranged parts. You are the dad working abroad. You are the mother taking care of the house. You are the kid that needs to go to school. We all knew it was fake, but no one would spell it out. I keep thinking that if my dad's company wasn't that big, if my family wasn't that rich, maybe things could have been different. You think things would be different without the money? Whoa! I expected that to trigger her. She started laughing coldly. Why is it so difficult to just openly discuss this? Do you really have to make it more complicated? Seeing her angry reaction, I somehow felt a little reassuring. I finally confirmed I, myself, wasn't abnormal, and that my family relationship was abnormal. Things wouldn't go away if you pretended you didn't see them. That was just lying to yourself. Make things clear and break up if there is no more love. Don't keep pursuing a lie if you don't want to be together. How simple is that? Who knows? They like you that way. I didn't want to argue with her. The world is too complicated. Too many people. Too many things that will take a lifetime to understand. Why do they do that? Why does society function like this? Why can't one ever be satisfied? I don't know. If there is no answer, then you just accept it. Reality wouldn't change just because you don't agree with it, or because you know the cause. Don't know. Are you nuts? She waved her hand impatiently, as though nothing I said was worth a dime. Why don't you figure it out if you find it was strange? Are you some soap opera protagonist? You don't get it. Even if You're the one who doesn't get it. Abruptly interrupted me. What? Abruptly interrupted me. Wow, that's a mouthful. I mean, she's coldly responded. You don't know how lucky you are. You don't know how many people envy you. You just keep saying you can't do it. How many people want to be like you? And yet, here you are telling me, I wish I had less money. So quit the self-pity. Wow. You are lucky, rich boy. If you want to escape from even this type of problem, you may as well just die. Angry as usual, but this time seems different. I could tell she was treating what I said seriously, and was dumbfounded by that realization. I never told anyone about my family. I realized it wouldn't matter even if I did. Is that so? Is it? How come? Poor thing. The pointless reaction was just exhausting. No one really cared about then. It became a random subject of chit-chat. It was like talking about disaster on social media. All self-righteous comments were just empty words on things that had nothing to do with you. All it did was notify other, hey, I know about this. I have a heart. It was all meaningless. If you want to escape from even this type of problem, you may as well just die. Upon hearing that, I realized I was escaping. Fearing that atmosphere, fearing my parents, I ran into my own world and never attempted to negotiate with them. What? Say something. Seeing me not saying anything, she stared at me coldly while brushing her hair messy. No, you're right. I signed. I actually felt much better despite my situation remaining the same. She went silent, hoping to see if I were mocking her or being honest. Then she spat and turned her head away, seemingly more awkward than mad. Doesn't matter what you think. I won't be seeing you again after getting the money tomorrow. Good luck. She lit up a cigarette. The faint tobacco smell permeated the room, along with the cold night air. If they did get the money tomorrow and everything just ended, that would be the best possible outcome. That ain't gonna happen. Nope, there gotta be some drama. I shook my head and laughed at myself. Even I can believe that. Life is fated to be a tragedy. We thus live in hope of a miracle. I recalled that line. The air I breathe out turns in white smoke. Through it, I saw the foggy moon outside the window. Even if just once. I hope a miracle would happen. Is this her point of view? Yeah, this is her point of view. 3 o'clock in the morning. The girl was falling asleep in the chair. She had woken up a few times in a fit of drowsiness. Even the energy drink didn't even help much. Worrying she might really fall asleep, she decided to sit next to the door with a blanket. There was only one exit, and he would have to go through here if he wanted to escape. Even triple checking the ropes couldn't remove the unease. The imagination of him escaping came to her mind every time she closed her eyes. It would be all over in a few hours. That was a simple determination that kept her going till now. She had imagined how she would pay off her debt multiple times, and now she could see the end of the line. She didn't know how to avoid the rest or what to do afterward. She just had the belief that things would be different. Just a few more hours. The quiet sleep-talking echoes throughout the room. The girl secretly closed her eyes. Hey, Bloxy Deny, what's up? Welcome back to the stream, man. How you doing? Welcome back, man. $1,000 for me? Really? I will gladly take that $1,000. I can buy a new camera and actually do some professional stuff on YouTube. Day 5, choice. Alright, let's save this. Next. Amidst the fuzziness, I had a dream. It seemed to be an afternoon after school. My mother hugged me so tight that I made my arm uncomfortable. She kept crying and apologizing, wetting my face with endless teardrops. Why was she crying? I blankly looked at my emotional collapsed mother. Even the supposed familiar face appeared unfamiliar at that moment. Even though she was the one who betrayed father. Even though she was the one who abandoned us. So why did she look so sad? I couldn't even ask a simple question in my heart, yet a voice answered nothing less. That's how the adult world works. That was a depressed, yet still young voice. Within the darkness, I realized that there was none other but my own voice. Do you guys like this? Like, tell me truthfully, do you guys like me reading, like, visual novel? Or you guys rather me playing a game instead? I woke up from my desk in shock, with the realization that my face was all wet. To be honest, it's pretty lame, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I cry. This is lame? Aww. I wanna cry right now. I couldn't recall the detail of the dream itself. Just the sense of bitterness waiting on my chest, rendering me breathless. I enjoy hearing your voice. You read. Really? But the story is shit. Wow. Really? Why is it shit? What kind of story do you want me to read then? Hey, Hey, Venus, what's up, man? Welcome back to the stream, Venus. There was a few spot of a white light from outside on the ground. It was so quiet I could hear my own heartbeat in the wind from the window. No, I was talking to Sun, the stream. Are you fun? Okay, alright. It was probably 4 or 5 a.m. I must have woken up early because I slept way too early the day before. I sat up, stretched my body, with the joint making clear crack noise. The last bit of my dreams vanished with the morning light. I noticed a girl was leaning against the door with a blanket with her knife next to her body. She had clearly fallen into a deep sleep. Worried I might escape, she didn't even want to sleep in an actual bed. She has a slim body due to the malnutrients and the unkempt shadow length of her hair that was tangled in multiple places. Her long eyebrows wrinkled together as though she couldn't find peace even in dreams. SCP-X reading? But what do I read? Like the Lord of everything? Wasn't that boring to you? I felt it was kind of boring when I was reading it. Her long hair didn't seem very healthy. Even the color was not consistent. One probably couldn't care less about their hair when eating for a night alone was in uncertainty. She could probably be beautiful if she cleaned herself and maybe put up some makeup. Carefully observing her sleepy face, I almost forgot she was a kidnapper. Having a totally different family might have led to a totally different life for her. The world is not fair. It's just not fair. I murmured at what she had said and wondered what emotion did she say with that line with. Helplessness towards society? Self-pity? Rage against the rich. Is it? I decided to stop thinking about it. That's a weird transition with the music. It's really weird. And focus on figuring out what to do. Rest. There was no point to risk this much. They might just let me go after tonight. Huh. Hearing her voice, I was so glad I didn't try to do anything crazy. I finally managed to let her guard drop on me. I just needed to be patient and wait for the opportunity. Good morning. What are you doing? She entirely yawned and looked at me unpleasantly. Wait for breakfast. She clearly didn't buy it and walked up to me with her knife. She checked if the rope was loose. You're free once your dad pays today. No fun business. Alright. Better keep your mouth shut and say nothing. Got it? You never make friends if you're this bossy, you know? I smiled jokingly, but she didn't seem to appreciate it. She stared at me briefly and decided to say nothing more. She just then walked to the bathroom to clean up. Dark just donate his final ration to his abusive... Oh wow, yeah I would. Huh. Unlikely as if it might be, but if they were going to pay the ransom, they would let me go without risking anything. The real problem would be if it was just to buy time. I wasn't sure they would do if I push it forward. Either I escape on my own, waited for the police rescue, well, I won't worry about that after tonight. It's not gonna go well, I just know it. So right when I get to day 6, I'm going to end right there. Hold on, girl. Why do you owe that much money? My dad tried to start a company with someone, but that partner skipped town with all the money. That should be none of your business, though. You can just file for bankruptcy. He thought he could just make up the loss if the business kept running, so he loaned a ton from a loan shark. He's no businessman, so the business naturally failed. He himself skipped town too, instead of making any money. But legally, that's his own debt. Legally. She cut me off with a grunt, then asked with a raised eyebrow, "Do you think this is some entrance exam? What are the cops for if everyone followed the law?" So, no one can help you? She looked at me with amazement. You need to take responsibility for your own life. Isn't that your favorite line? I mean, enough. Should I fill you in, or how I survived till now? Shut me down decisively and fell into deep thought next to the window with a cigarette. So what now? What's the new update? The cause of her doubt was her father borrowing money from a loan shark. No one had heard from him after he skipped town. I don't know much about the girl. So, rip. You look pretty tired. None of your business. She replied sorely, yet thick dark circle under her eyes says guard me around the clock. Plus, the heavy mental stress had taken quite a toll on her body. Get some rest if you aren't feeling well. Oh? How nice of you. Take your breath if you want me to drop my guard. I can't move around tied up like this. Besides, I'll be out of here once a month today. I'm not so dumb as to risk my own life. You better remember that. She grunted and relaxed herself a little next to the wall. So what now? Observe. What's this? This is new right here. I shouldn't even look at that, but okay. A toothbrush, a bathroom toilet, a window. Well, I'm not going to escape, so I'm good. Mirror. I mean, I guess I'll look at the phone. Only soldiers or some tech manufacturers still use this kind of antique cell phone. Even old people use smartphones these days. Old phones can't connect to the internet or leave a traceable GPS. You can only track location through phone call. Is that why I should use it? You have a quiet antique phone. It's usable, and I don't need all those fancy features of other phones anyway. Well, the manufacturer needs to make money with new products, and the technology is advancing, so... And how many of those do you really need? She coldly interrupted me. Some don't even have a phone, while others waste their lives to build all these fancy gimmicks. Just like some people are starving while other people are picky with their food and call themselves food critics. I really find people like you disgusting, so be it. Feeling the deep-rooted hatred in her look, I nonchalantly shrug. Those things exist before, exist now, and will continue to exist in the future. We don't choose which part of the world we were born in. We could only struggle in this world with the pre-established rules. Hey, Renzer, what's up? You were playing Arsenal. What? I lost again? You lost? You lost in Arsenal? Oh, man. Dark, finish the game today. What game? This game? I don't think I can finish the game today. It's going to take me like 3 more hours. 4 more hours. This game might take 4 hours, man. But do you really want me to finish this game? She couldn't seem to calm down on the big day, pacing around the room. She kept checking her phone screen. A sound outside from the door. Judging from the girl's shocked reaction, I was imagining it. Who could it be? There were questions in my mind, but I pressed against the wall before I could even open my mouth. The girl covered my mouth in panic and raised the knife against my neck. The blade was so cold I wouldn't dare to move an inch. Don't move. I can't. Shut up. Not able to stop the trembling in her voice, she put more force in her hand. The sharp end would stab into the throat with a simple push. It didn't appear to be accomplished, since it didn't appear that there was other resident. No one expect a sudden visit. The police, maybe? They might be able to find me through the surveillance camera or cell phone signals, but they could find us this quickly. But could they find us this quickly after only a few days? Well, your dad is a rich man. Following the train of thought, the step got closer, then it stopped right at the door. There's no hesitation, straight to the destination. In other words, they knew that there was someone here. As though someone waiting for something. There's no sound outside the door. No one seemed to want to break the silence. Is it Mr. Ken? Her tense right hand trembled a little. I could see the sweat dripping down her cheeks. Big sis? Oh, it was sister. The little girl's voice came through the door. Ha! She breathed out heavily and dropped her arms as though exhausted. She opened the door to greet the little girl, who was carrying a bag, and looked at her big instantly. What are you doing? Do you know how dangerous it is? If you didn't make a sound, I might have attacked you. Sorry. It was rare to see her get mad at the little girl, who lowered her head apologetically. Through the door, I could see the view of the stairs. The red armrest and the gray wall were common sight of an old apartment. Whatever, as long as it's not a cop. Wait, didn't I tell you not to come? What happened? Who asked you to come here? She raised her head suddenly and started to shake the little girl's shoulder with a nervous expression. No one. Then why did you? I just wanted to be with Big Sis. Her direct response rendered the girl speechless, who became lost in thought while rubbing the little girl's head. The little girl's motive was simple. She just wanted to be with her big sis. And her sister had more to consider. How to avoid police pursuit. What to do after getting the money. It was difficult as if it was to escape on her own, let alone taking care of the little girl. Why do you bring so many things? Besides to let it go, she took the plastic bag. Miss Wang asked me to bring them over. She said that they were leftovers. She knows? I don't know. She just said that you should take care of yourself and let her know if you need help. But she seemed to lose her usual cool, with her head lowered depressingly. Big sis. Miss Wang seemed to worry about you. Looking at hesitation little girl, she bites her lips and finally spoke after a while. Don't worry, it will be all over soon. She managed to smile while rubbing the little girl's hair. Noticing the name that was brought up, who is this Miss Wang and what are they talking about? Ask. Who is Miss Wang? Since it was the first time they brought up someone else, I decided to ask when I had the chance. She's big sis. But suddenly, a bread was thrown at me. It hit me right in the face with Kagura. Thank goodness it was just a skeleton bread. It would be in trouble if it was a bagat. Be quiet and don't try to trick her. You too, Ling. Don't tell anything. Ling, that's her name? Ling? I repeat the name quietly. The girl was still scolding her sister, not paying attention to what she just revealed. If they share the same last name, then her full name should be Ling Huang? The name struck out at me, as it felt familiar in a way. Whatever. It might be for the best. She passed a knife to the little girl, and she started to leave the room with the cell phone impatiently. Keep on an eye for him for me. I'm going to give it a call and find out what way going on. They didn't pick up the phone. She impatiently mumbled and was to step out of the room. Calling whom? What part of shut up don't you understand? She coldly stared at me. It's none of your business, got it? Just eat the bread if you're hungry. There's also enough water. I'll be back soon, and don't think about untying yourself. Hey, what if there's a fire? Then you'll be burned to death, and I don't care as long as she's escapist. Fine for my privilege only got me a merciful look, with the little girl quietly nodded on the side. Yay, I get burned. I'll remind you again, no funny business. Who else can I do? What else can I do? BBQ? She wanted to say something while staring at me, but eventually she just grunted and left. The door closed, and there was only me and the little girl. We would learn if the ransom really arrived tonight or not. They would only keep a closer eye on me if the interrogation continued. If I wanted to run, now would be the best chance. The little girl had less strength than her sister. No one was on guard as of me as she used to be. All these coincidences were like a gamble. You never know what would be your next card. The only thing that mattered was that you wouldn't have one chance to bid. So what now? Oh, let's talk. Young girl. Thank you for helping me. Right, I almost forgot to thank you. Why are you thanking me? When I was sick a few days ago, weren't you the one that asked her to buy me some medicine? No, Big Sis would have helped you anyway. She would awkwardly avoid my gaze as though admitting that helping me was something to be embarrassed about. I understand her conflict in mind. To her, my gratitude may not be praise but criticism. Now what, chat? You really believe in her? You really believe in her? Yes, Big Sis is not a bad person. She nodded without hesitation, not realizing she was the one locking me up here. If that didn't count as a bad person, then the standard was just too loose. She wouldn't really harm you. She would let you go when she get the money. Oh, really? Not the only first time I heard it from her, but I still don't know where the confidence came from. Yes, she promised me. Cool. Cool. So please, just wait a little longer. What if she can't get the money? Not wanting to think about the possibility, her face darkens. Never mind, forget about it. What now? That Miss Wang you just mentioned. She was about to talk before immediately shutting her mouth. Still remember big word says. I had to find out another way to make her disclose it. She's your family, right? If she was a culprit, she wouldn't have asked her to rest, nor brought them food. Family? She mumbled my words, but finally nodded affirmatively. If Miss Wang didn't help us, we wouldn't even have a place to live, or people to hire us. Outside of Big Sis, Miss Wang is the only one helping us. Deep in her mind, she quietly recalled with her head. I remember she said the bread was leftover, which means they were either from a bakery or a shopping mall. And if it was a shopping mall, then they would probably also have bentos and drink. In other words, they used to work in a bakery? A shop, a bakery. Oh. It was the 5th day of a kidnapped life. I started to get really tired of the unchanged room. While it was a cold afternoon sunlight, the reflection in the window or the air mixed with cigarette and mold smell. Guys, should I finish this? Like, it might take like 3 more hours to finish this whole thing, maybe 4 hours in total. But should I just finish this and get this over with? And I also have another visual novel, too. I didn't have a lighting experience, I just wanted to get out of this goddamn room. What's that? Noticing the bag in her hand, I asked out curiosity. Nah, I think I'm gonna do like a couple of parts of this game. Yeah, no. Finish it later. Yeah, I'll finish it later. She was taking care of Miss Wang. We work in the bakery. What game should I play next then? Do what you want. Save it for another stream. Yeah, I'm thinking about saving it for another stream too. I don't want to make all the stream like long. I want to do like parts, like get more videos out there, you know. She took a pile of color paper. The rainbow color really stood out in the depressing gray room. After a few slick movements, she had nimble made a small paper crown out of it. Continue to the end of day 6, yeah. End of day 6, well, the start of day 6. She moved on to the next paper upon completion, and another one was completely less than a minute. Actually, I could finish day 6. This is day 5. I could finish day 6. Or I can finish at the start of day 6. I'm not sure. Paper crane. Yes, they buy finished paper crane for us. Oh, the Miskin OM. There are some factories will outsource sewing and packaging, and the housewife and pay quite a quantity upon competition. Despite the low pay, many people took on such a job for convenience and flexible hours. Day 6, finish it. Okay, I finished day 6 then. I think the day 7 is the last ending, but alright, I'll do it. I wanted to help and make some money so we could pay up the debt soon. She was still working while talking. It wasn't long before there was a small pile. It didn't appear to be her first time. She must have been doing it for a while. I'm thinking about playing Paper Mario, the game from on the GameCube, maybe. How's the payment? How much each? And I think I'm going to end the Viewful Joe series. I'm not going to play that game. I just suck at it. It's not my type of game. I thought it was good, but it's hard. It's hard though. That game is like really hard. I need to be like a pro at it, which I'm not. So I'd rather not play it. Viewful Joe. So I might delete that video. 800 Taiwan dollars for 1,000. More if urgent. 800 per 1,000 crayons. Less than $1 each. Less than $1 each. Even if it took only a minute to make, it would still take 15 hours. That less than 100. Whoa, that's their job? To make paper cranes? I remember my mother, she brought like big boxes of paper, and we would have to fold them. I did something similar to this. I helped my mother help them out. So basically, it was basically me folding paper, like boxes of paper, like stacks, like really big, like about 5 feet of paper, and we have to stack them. One box would be $120 for one box, and I would spend hours and hours folding those paper to help my mother, since I can't get a job and she couldn't get a job either. So yeah, it's like labor and stuff. But I would like to do it again. It's very relaxing, but it's still hard and difficult. That less than 100 per hour salary than I expected. Not much. Isn't this manual labor? Damn, Dark, you about 3 foot. How you reach? It's not like a big one box. It's like different boxes but stacked on top of each other, like 5 feet. So a bunch of boxes stacked on each other, in total 5 feet of paper, basically. Don't know. They say people don't buy paper cranes anymore. I guess we all prefer new things. If you were $1 million in debt, even a century would not be enough, let alone the interest. $1 million in debt. There was no foresee hope. No wonder they rather took the risk of kidnapping me. A horse cannot gain weight if not fed with extra fooder. I'm saying 5 feet. I would reach 5 feet. Wait a second. Did I say 5 feet? Wait. What's half of my body? Okay, 2 feet. 2 feet. Okay. I was thinking it's wrong. It's 2 feet. Okay, 2 feet. 2.5 feet. Around feet. I'm sorry. Wrong. I was wrong. But still, that is a lot. Like from my stomach all the way down, that is a lot of sack of paper. And after we finish that, we get another bunch of boxes of paper. And after we finish with that, we do again over and over again. After we finish, like we have to finish like a bunch of them. Then after we finish that, we get more. So something like that. It's we had to work, so there's like no complaint about it. But it's hard work, you know, manual work. A horse cannot gain weight if not fed with extra fooder during the night. A man cannot become wealthy without earning apart from her regular pays. Legal method are really the only options to make money in short time without capital. Yeah, drug dealing. Have you tried job with better pay like restaurants? Big sis told me to stay away from those. She interrupted me resentfully, clearly not happy about it. Confused by her reaction, I tried to explain myself then. I noticed how she was suppressing her emotion by biting the lips. Restaurant jobs with better pay. It only took me a second before I realized that she didn't say. I averted my gaze, apologetically and said, "Sorry, I didn't mean to." She quietly lowered her gaze, and her expression did lighten up a little. "How much do you owe?" I know that no matter how much I make, it would still not be enough. Guessing what I had in mind, she quietly resumed working. But this is the one way I could help Big Sis. She knew this little money was inconsequential. She knew what she was doing was illegal. Yet, she could only do what she could, even if it was as pointless as filling the ocean with rocks. It's hard because like there's people out there that have this type of situation. And they have no choice but to do illegal stuff to pay off their debts or whatever, you know. I remember the bedtime story while looking at a paper crane in her hand. If you fold 1,000 paper crane, you can make a wish. Yeah, that's an Asian legend. So you do know. Big Sis told me that, but it was all a lie. Just like Santa Claus. If all it takes is 1,000 crane, everyone wouldn't need to work so hard. What an unimaginative way to put it, but I guess they didn't have time for romantic fantasies. How ironic that the dream-fulfilling paper cranes were made by people without them. I observed her side face with unease. She didn't appear to have much emotions, just as quiet as a pond and fall. The siblings had such a drastic different personality in contrast to her big sis' anger. She just accepted it without the second words. She cared about her big sis' happiness, and her current life is just a more fairness. I didn't know how to respond to, so I changed the subject. If you can make a wish, what would it be? Become a stripper. It would not come true anyways. That's why I said if. She seemed to take my random question seriously and start to compensate seriously. I want to help my family pay off the debt and hope no one will come for us. I wish Big Sis can find a happier and better job. Oh, getting a little greedy here. You asked me to. Good God won't listen to you if you ask for too many things, you know. She got interrupted by me and started to smile sadly. A smile more heartbreaking than crying. Well, that won't come true anyway. I tried to comfort her, but couldn't find the words. I resent myself for even bringing it up in the first place. Looking out the window, it was dusk already, and the sun was almost gone. Sun, you're gone! I wasn't sure if it had any luck with it or in some. Illegal bounty hunter. Hell yeah! Becoming private assassin. There's no assassin here, and I don't... Oh man, I don't want to be a private assassin. If I ever become a bounty hunter, assassin, or something like that, I would only use melee weapons. Why melee weapons? I would use a sniper, to be honest. Most, like... most hitman would use snipers. But if you're trying to go to like a mansion, like try to kill like a rich person, then you have to go silence. You have to bring a melee weapon or a science pistol, like a John Wick's, for example. There was quite an assortment of bread. I had the bread she brought me back for dinner. I picked the richer look pork floss combo, and it tastes better than I expected. Use a hammer, bro. If you smash like a hammer into like someone's face, oh my god, like blood is gonna splatter everywhere. That's gonna be a nasty death, man. That's gonna be a quick death, but it's going to be a nasty kill though. That's the thing. Imagine that you hit them in a hammer. They didn't die, but they feel unconscious. But they're in so much pain that they're paralyzed. Imagine that right there. Like, have you ever like seen those stories where like is someone like in so much pain, like in a car crash, and there's so much pain that their body, their mind made them paralyzed, but they're still alive. But they can feel the pain, but paralyzed. That is like such gruesome, like such a bad. Oh, that's hard. Or how about going to surgery? So imagine like someone put like anesthesia in you, and the doctor think that you're asleep, but you're not actually asleep. You're actually awake, and you can actually, and they perform surgery on you, right? So imagine they perform surgery on you while you're awake. That got hurt so much, and you can't move and you're paralyzed. That too. I used to only buy from the bakery that made fresh and organic bread. The price almost double, but the taste wasn't really that different. The economic equality used to be just some fancy catchphrase that I never truly understand the meaning of it till now. It is the unfairness in the extreme. Even if I'd given the same amount of effect, they wouldn't ever have the same life as me. Not because of my talent, but simply because I was born to a rich family. Some people choose work study and were already hundreds of thousands in debt upon graduation, while others never needed to worry about food or clothes and already had $1 million Taiwan dollars in business capital from the parents. Eventually, these people would compete fairly in the same society. It's ridiculous, really, yet there's really nothing we could do about it. We are powerless to the system. The world isn't fair. That's why she was this helpless. It was getting dark, and there was no news for Big Sis. I didn't know if she got the money. I started to worry. While I didn't really think they would pay, but I also hoped this facade could end on a peaceful note. They couldn't even get the money. If they couldn't get the money. Although these thoughts intertwined in my mind, the little thought just ate the various bread quietly, not noticing my thoughts. You like sweets? She moved on the egg tart after finishing the donuts. Neither of them fit in for a proper meal. She quietly put her hand away like a child that got caught doing naughty things. I like sweets too. Really? She looked down at me with widened eyes, beaming curiosity. The instant of her inspection made one question her age. She looked like a middle schooler, yet her timid personality, over reliance on her sister, seemed to be more like an elementary schoolgirl kid. Yeah, I like cookies, cakes, and ice cream. Chocolate? Chocolate is nice, but I prefer those with higher percentage of cocoa. Otherwise, it would be too sweet for me. Not really understanding it, she just nodded. She paused the work and grabbed a magazine from the book pile and flipped through pages before putting it before me. It was a professional magazine on dessert. There was pictures of famous bakery and detailed analysis on each of them. I could see her notes on some pages, including a white chocolate cake that got specially circled. The pure white cake were decorated with berries and covered in cocoa powder. The elaborate garnish made it like an artwork than pastry. Have you tried this? Nope. I suddenly try out a particular store. I only visit a few I know about. Sometimes people will give us some as a gift, but I rarely had a taste of those since I don't visit home frequently. Speaking of which white chocolate is actually not chocolate. Why is that? It is white because there is no cocoa powder. Do you know it is made of cocoa butter and milk solid? Oh, she took her head and blinked a few times out of confusion. So what's the difference? Different ingredient. I heard white chocolate is not as healthy, but it tastes good. Can't argue with that. The difference between us was never clear. Compared to my health concern, she cared more about the taste. I flipped through the magazine with one hand. There was more pages with notes. I recall myself doing the same thing on the travel guide book before a trip. Every stroke of pen was filled with anticipation. You really want to try them, huh? She lowered her head and I heard her response in a tiny voice. Big Sis said that she would bring me there. I was getting a little tired of her constant mentioning of big sis. However, she only has her big sis to rely on. She couldn't go to school and had to become independent before others. It wasn't just clear, it wasn't fair to call her ignorant. I sighed. My heart always felt heavy when I talked to her. Sometimes I'd rather she was as angry as her sister. At least I wouldn't feel guilty that way. The magazine was the manifestation of her dreams: dessert, cake, and chocolate. From my perspective, those dreams would never come true. Even if she got the money, I don't think she would be able to bring you on the foodie tour. What are you guys talking about? Okay, have fun in chat. She looked at me with an expression on the veil of tears. Seeing her depressed expression, I swallowed the words and I was about to say in regret that I might have gone too far. I wanted to let her see the reality, but I didn't want to hurt her either. With that said, there could be a chance for that in the future. Really? Yep. I repeated myself to give her confidence. The shaken light in the dark lightning up on her young face, which was filled with unease and sadness. She knew what her sister was doing. That very realization was what shaped her suffering. But she didn't have a choice. Could she stop her sister and convince her to focus on a proper job instead of kidnapping? There was obviously no way. Even in doubt, would not be able to give an answer, let alone a kid like her. She was not to be blamed here. The one was responsible for her parents, her guardian, or even her big sis. My thoughts were interrupted by the sound. She was back. Immediately, there was a countless thought in my mind, and I realized I had no time to hesitate. The footstep was getting closer. My heartbeat was faster. I clenched one and then let go of my hand and pocket, and the palm was drenched in sweat. Maybe, just maybe, if she did get the ransom, then it would all be over when she got here. No one would get hurt. They could restart their life, a happy ending like all the fairy tale. No matter how unlikely it was, I want to believe that a slight chance was my last chance of escape as a wager. I seldom gamble on anything that this would be the only time I truly hope to win. Give up. The girl entered the room with an icy expression. She had none of her usual cool anymore. Her messy hair spread across her shoulder, and could see nothing but rage and despair in her eyes. She knew the answer without asking. Big sis? Step aside. Don't kill me, please. Don't kill me. The little girl tried nervously to get close, but only shut herself by her big sis, who walked toward me with a big step. Out of nowhere, a kick landed in my stomach and made me curl in pain. Before I could react, a myriad of punches landed on me. Oh my god. Shut up and step aside. The little girl tried to pull her away, but got scared motionless by her sister yelling. All of you are the same. All of you. She yelled at me hysterically, as though trying to vent all her rage upon me. I managed to cover my head with my hand, trying to shield my critical part. There was a taste of blood in my mouth. My body spasmed uncontrollably. Even coughing ingested juice didn't eliminate a sense of nausea. Every single time. Oh my god. She's giving me a beating right now. I just want a normal life. Why do you have to force me? What do you want from me? I can't really scream, guys. I can't. I'm sorry, my voice. I really wish I could do voice acting, but I can't right now. The initial burning pain seemed to gradually disappear. All the noise mixed into whatever sound in my ear, as though from somewhere far, far away. I nearly thought it would all work out. I gave up my chance like a coward, believing they would pay. I knew from the very beginning. I gave up my chance of escaping and embraced an unrealistic hope, and here I was. 1 S113 2. Big sis, why? You said it would be alright. Still hearing her sister for the first time, the girl dropped her fist and faced the little crying girl. Her clenched fist was trembling. Standing her posture appeared extremely lonely. Don't cry. I could hear her choking up with the tears in her eyes, but she stubbornly refused to let them drop. I won't cry either. She bit her lips and said every word forcefully. I would not cry no matter what. I knew it would be like this. I knew no one would believe me no matter what I did. From their perspective, we should all just go to hell. We are just some social problem. We should all just die. Just because we are poor and we can't go to school, why don't they just lock up everyone who have less than 20K in income? Everyone who doesn't have a middle school diploma should just get executed. What did they call us? Backup criminals? Social time bombs? Big sis. Listen to me. No one will believe us and no one will help us. All we have is ourselves, got it? It was a declaration in accusation both, a yell straight from her soul, deepest place. She unclenched her fist. There was a spot of blood on her gloves, and then she just laughed, ignoring that. I know, this goddamn world isn't that fair. Suicide pact? I think so too. Nah, it's not suicide. The little girl wouldn't do that. Hearing their fluent words, I finally understood the emotion behind them. It was neither helplessness nor acceptance, but rage and struggle against reality. What happened? Oh, yes, there's more. So, you want me to continue this? Or nah? You know, I should save this as the 6th day. Like, I should save all of it, like, on different days. So I can go back to it in the future. But no. Guess I'm restarting all of it. Alright. Should I keep going, guys? Or nah? Yes, continue. Alright. Day 6. Answer. I think day 7 is the last day. But, that would be like a 40-minute stream, I guess. Might as well, like, finish this quickly up, you know? No updated. I should have checked out the bathroom after hearing the sound from it last night. What does that mean? There's a lot of stuff that I'm missing. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. But I did a lot of stuff with this too, so I'm happy with that. But these right here, I should check out the bathroom after hearing the sound. It was morning. I didn't sleep well. The continuous series of incident and the pain in my body made it difficult to fall asleep. I hear arguments and the sound of things getting smashed in my half-sleep state, but I didn't notice anything off in the room. This taste of blood in my mouth was nauseating, and all my muscles seemed to be twitching in pain. I shrugged my feet, tried to rinse my mouth in the bathroom, but instead I lost my balance and fell to the ground. I gave up and left myself lying on the floor, feeling my chest heaving through deep breathing. Every heartbeat reminded me of the fact I was still alive. I wasn't sure if she just woke up early or didn't sleep at all, but the girl was leaning against the window with half of a burn in her hand. She just looked at me when I fell down. The air was so heavy that no one bothered to say anything. Time flew, even the cigarette spark started to fade. Another cigarette was lit, then it was out. Then repetition continued until the whole pack was gone. Damn, girl, that's for the whole day? The whole morning? Anything to eat? My voice apparently shocked the girl, who made me tense her body up like an alarm cat and jump out of a chair. I was too scared to make any sound. She stared at me briefly before giving a long sigh while supporting her head. With bags under her eyes, she didn't even bother to complain. Still thinking about food. Are you nuts? Nothing's more important than food. No one knew what would happen next. I didn't have the spare energy to think about anything else but the present. Really? Would getting fed solve the problem? She threw the bread at me with a self-deprecating smile on her face. Night, Mintra. Night. So what now, chat? So what do you plan to do next? Don't know. She replied without a second thought. Her expression was a deadpan. I couldn't even tell her if she was joking. Maybe the money will come here soon. She stole a glance at me and snorted in displeasure. Stop saying things that you don't even believe. I'm not some 3-year-old. I do hope he sends the money over soon, though. Noticing the helpless and seriousness in my voice, she didn't retort as usual, and only quietly turned her head, then prayed harder. So what now? Why don't you try to escape? Why would I talk to that? Do you live here? Why do you ask? She didn't answer directly, but carefully asked back. After I managed to trick her a few times, she got more and more careful when I talked to me, fearing to reveal more information. I saw a toothbrush and glasses in the bathroom, so I thought you might live here. What do you think? I think only homeless people would find this place attractive. Ha! Hearing my honest answer, she covered her mouth and giggled in a bit of mockery manner. We're not that far off from being homeless, just slightly more fortunate. So this is her home or not? Still no money, huh? So you drink Coke when you're sick, huh? What do you drink then? Don't you usually have sport drink? Maybe hot ginger tea? Nanny would usually make a huge bowl of that for me to drink when I'm sick. Just smell made of my scalp tingle. But now, even that had been a special memory. That what we drink in our family. Every time someone got sick, my dad would buy a whole box of it. Said it could fight out the fever. Topic brought forth some memories for her. There was some inexplicable emotion as she gazed toward the window. Did it work? Did I hear about drinking cola when you heat stroke? So in the regard, does it make sense, I guess? Who knows? It's not poison anyways. And it's not as bad as some other sweet drinks. It doesn't matter if it works, it's just a habit. Just like some people need to pray before a meal, or some only smoke a certain brand of cigar. When a behavior becomes a habit, it starts to take on another meaning and lead to many memories. Looking inside her face, deep in thoughts, I realized even she has sentimental side. I might actually play Roblox at nighttime. Yeah. After a while, the little girl woke up as well. She sat up slowly on the bed. She looked at her sister first, then to me, then lowered her head helplessly. What did I get? Girl. She said nothing even after seeing her sister's abuse. She just sat there, quietly, folding paper. Whether it was her sister yelling at her or shaking her fist with an insane nasty face, these all must be unfamiliar to her. She thought everything was under control. She thought if she listened to her big sister, there would be money. Now she realized things were out of control. Not only would there be no money coming, they would have to face the penalty. The bubble of fantasy popped, leaving only the terrifying reality that made people uncomfortable. Have some food. The girl passed the breakfast to her sister. The little girl raised her head, looked at her big sister, hoping to hear some of the word of encouragement or explanation. But there was nothing. The girl just leaned against the wall without a word. There was too many things to think about, and her sister's feelings were the least of her concern. The little girl didn't ask anything. She knew nothing could be answered her question. Or perhaps she already knew the answer. She started to make a paper crane after finishing the sandwich. Her mechanical movement held no meaning. There would never be enough cranes to pay off debt without the ransom. She knew that too, but that was all she could do to support her sister. Nothing more. It was said that making 1,000 cranes would pass you wish to the divine. Looking at all the cranes on the floor, I wondered if her wish had been heard. Is it the afternoon? It's not the afternoon. So what now? Okay, it's the afternoon. So no money, huh? So in the end, no money, huh? What are you trying to say? I want to say that he doesn't give a crap about me. Better do your research next time you're trying to kidnap me. The long wait led to this result. I could only laugh bitterly. That's not even funny. It's disgusting to become someone this heartless due to money. Well, he is a famous CSO featured in the magazine and admired by many though. And that's why I said they're fuck up. She grunted next to the wall, looking at me with an expression of sympathy. I said you stay away from the folks like that, or you might end up like them. Like them, huh? Without noticing herself, she spoke of me as one of us instead of one of them. Who knows? Maybe getting kidnapped was not such a bad thing. So what now? You want to say something? I was interrupted by the girl who was trying to talk to her little sister. She warned me coldly. If you have something to say it to me. Don't talk to her without permission. The young girl raised her head and stole a glance at me, but me went back to folding paper as her big sister word. What now? Rest. I should rest when I get a chance. Well, I knew it. That was a waste. I shouldn't have said anything to her. Hey! I was dozing off against the wall. She was next to me when I raised my head to her voice. I'm going to call your dad. Cooperate if you don't want to. Get another beating. That was the first time she had struck up a conversation with me since yesterday. She seemed to have made up her mind, judging by her determined tone. Fine. She probably didn't expect me to play nice like this and started to examine me top to bottom with a surprised expression. I can go home as soon as you can pay, right? I want to get out this over with ASAP. We share the same goal here. You seem to get it. I don't care how much he has to pay. I just see it as a compensation for ignoring me. Huh, how much is that worth? Ah, my neck. Her lips formed in a rare smile. She started to press a button on her phone. It was so fast as not giving herself time to regret. The little girl stopped her movement, holding her breath for the upcoming development. It was connected. Where's the money? The girl talked into the phone coldly. Anyone could sense the suppressed anger in her voice. Stop playing trick with me. I still have your son. Do you really think I won't kill him? She was pulling her messy hair and biting her lips so hard that the blood was close to oozing out. There was also a sense of panic in her tone. Unlike the careful negotiation process of the movie, this is more like an emotional venting session. Oof. She got more and more agitated, and eventually, in anger, fists landed on the desk, almost bumping into everything on the floor. The little girl looked at her big sis. I could see the fear in her black eyes. Her two hands were shifting, blocking her chest as though to protect herself. As a accomplice, she didn't have the courage to ask. She could only wait for the next instruction from her sister. Coward, weakness. One could only probably accuse a little of the girl of these things. However, relying on her sister was the only way of living. The girl walking toward me suddenly pressed the phone against my ear after turning it on speaker. Tell your dad to pay now, no funny business, or you will be in trouble. Are you right, Hao-chan? There was a deep voice from the other side of the phone. I responded absent-mindedly, not sure what to say at this instant. Not due to familiarity of sentimental feeling, but more in the sense of distance between us two. Compared to Father, even the kidnapper felt a little closer to me. Don't worry, we're taking care of this. Things will be fine. If you really care about me, why haven't you paid? The words got stuck in my throat, and I couldn't feel the reluctance to speak up slowly fade. Whatever it was, the fear of being kidnapped, the pain in my body, or the illness that had weakness me, I survived all of it. Hey, Rainbow Dash Game, what's up? Welcome to stream. How you doing? Yet his voice alone made me want to scream. Right now I'm reading a visual novel at the moment. We are gathering the money, but the amount is too high, and we need more time. Stop lying. What did you say, Hao-chan? Are you okay? Stop this crap. Just transfer the money if you still want to see your son live. Noticing my abdominal action, she grabbed the phone and spoke mockingly. Don't tell me a CEO can't get his hand on a few millions Taiwan dollars. I know what you are playing at here. I'm warning you. If you don't transfer the money by midnight, this will be the last time you will hear your son's voice. Damn. Tonight? Not giving him a chance to respond, she hung up the phone without hesitation. Bastard. After throwing the phone onto the desk, she saw the scared look on the little girl's face, as though asking what to do. She took a deep breath and managed to form a smile. It's okay, it'll be over soon. Okay. She tried to comfort her sister, but didn't seem to have that much confidence herself either. She pulled out the chair and took out a cigarette with a trembling hand. Noticing my stare, she hid her trembling left hand. What are you looking at? Better pray for your dad to pay up soon if you're scared. I want that too. Having probably never thought of this turn event, she couldn't do anything but fret at me. She wanted this to be over as much as I did. All these risks were for the money. Without the ransom, the hostage was just a burden. If she really couldn't get the ransom, her best option was to escape rather than waiting for the police to come. So how could I convince her to give up? Weren't you overreacting back there? Trying to start a fight with your dad or something? His voice pissed me off. He didn't care about me and only acted like a good dad now. And in the end, he refused to pay. He could at least have done a better job faking that. Prioritizing money over your own son. You guys are fuck up. Unable to hide her exhaustion, she supported her head while mumbling. I didn't get it either. I thought the world was delicate machine. It moved as it was designed, and we all took great pride in that. Yet ever since my mother's affair, I learned the machine was not perfect as I imagined. And I only discovered more problems the older I got,
The rusty pieces were hard to use, and the worn cogs were making strange sounds. The once great machine looked like a stupid pile of scrap. That's right, the world is far from perfect. And all we live in this imperfect world, struggling for survival. Noon. Night. Okay. There we go. I could hear drops of rain outside the window, which then turned into cold shower, turning the window into a water curtain. The temperature was lower now. Even the cold, I could feel the cold sneaking in my neck line. The window was covered in mist. The girl paced back and forth before the window. It was a long past the transfer time. Any money transfer wouldn't be visible until tomorrow. We could only wait. Something we'd done a lot the past few days. No matter how long it was, this wait was still hard to deal with. So be it. I heard her mumbling when she stopped pacing. Keep an eye on him. I'll be right back. The girl left this instruction before heading out with her phone. I had no idea who she was going to call. There was no other option but to survive or escape. Surrender or escape. How many have you made? I got a chance to talk to the little girl. I saw her nimbly fold the twisted paper. The finished crane had piled into a small mountain next to her feet. I don't know. Her movement didn't slow down while talking. She pointed to the colored paper next to her. There will be 1,000 once they're all finished. Let me help. I was bored anyway, so I took out a colored paper to help. It was difficult. I had forgotten how to make paper cranes, so I could only try to copy her steps. My hands weren't really nimble, so she had already made a ton of them by the time I finished one. Even though we followed the same step, my crane looked like super lousy. Even my head was all wrinkled together. The crane is ugly. I didn't know when she stopped her movement, looking at my crane in this sorry shape. She gave an honest comment. There's no way I can make one as good as yours in my first attempt. I said my hands are tired. My first is still better than yours. Big deal. Just treat this one as a cripple. Something the next one, huh? I tried to grab another paper. Saw her take my uncompleted work, unfold it. This wouldn't work. Really? Is it still a paper crown? A bit an ugly one? You can't make a wish out of this? Never. She responded plainly. Her determined look left no space for negotiation. It's pointless if not done correctly. It's pointless if it's not done correctly, huh? The broken paper crane could be fixed. What about broken people? Why does God make everyone different? Wouldn't there be far less arguments if there were only one kind of person? This, though, came to my mind before I remembered a more important matter. Getting out of this conundrum. Hey, do you think you can convince your sister? I didn't have much time, so I cut right to the chase. Convince big sis? You know how messy this has become, right? You might get arrested if this keep going. You won't be able to escape by then. I talked to her with all sincerity I can muster. I hope all the upcoming trust was enough to make her believe in me. Just let me go and I will hand you all the money. I can also mislead the search. You just need to convince her. Convince me of what? The girl interrupted my sentence, stepped into the room. You heard that right, too. If you let me go. I tried to make a point with her directly, but she pushed me aside and walked to her sister. Save it. I have something to tell her. There was no hesitation in her look. She seemed to have made some important decision. Given up? Knowing there was no chance to get a ransom, she decided to escape with her sister. The little girl obediently walked toward her sister with an unease on her raised face. Go home now. Simple words, but with a major implication. The little girl didn't move and couldn't make any sound despite having mouth open. Go to Miss Wayne's place. I have told her about it. But... She tried to plead for an explanation, but all she got was an impatient response. And never come back here. Got it? What about big sis? The little girl helplessly squeezed out these words. She couldn't even ask why, and could only wait for a little convict before judgment would pass. I figured something out. There's no need of you here. She said the words coldly and tried to avoid the girl's gaze. Can I stay here? Not able to get her desired answer, she slightly lowered her head and pleaded with a tiny voice. There's no telling. She shook her head and sighed. Ignoring her sister, she started to pick up the paper crane and pack them up. 1, 2, 3. She held up the paper crown with a simple movement. They all fell into a plastic bag. Never come back here. Just ask Miss Wang for anything. Help out as much as you can. Don't cause her any trouble. There was no energy behind these words. The two fell silent. I could hear only raindrop echoing in the empty room. A slender hand, colorful paper crane, and an echo of rain. She picked up the last one and threw it easily into the bag. When the moment came that there was no more cranes to pick up, so the moment of separation. Time stopped again. Thousands of words seemed to be exchanged within the silence. When you spend enough time with someone, many things could be communicated without being said. Whether they were good things, or things you want to hide. Big sis. The little girl's voice was trembling. The girl's voice was light and soft. Will you come back? The girl paused and didn't answer. Whether she couldn't or didn't want to, it had the same meaning. Oh man. Separation, man. Ugh. Her long hair covered her face and couldn't see her expression. Yet an uneven chest voice revealed her struggle. I don't care what happened as long as I'm with Big Sis. As long as I'm with Big Sis. Can't I? Facing her sister pleading, the girl didn't say a word. The two looked at each other. A tear slid down the little girl's face and left a mark on the floor. No. What are you crying for? I'm not dead or anything. The girl lightly patted her head with a soft smile on her face. Take care of yourself. I'll be back when this is over. Seemingly losing the power of speech, the girl just nodded, yet the tear didn't stop falling. Off you go now. It's late and it's raining. Watch that you don't slip when you're walking, okay? The little girl didn't move until her sister pushed her, dressing her for leave quickly. Before leaving, the little girl gave me a look. I could sense the spirit and plead in her eyes. What did she want me to do? Ask her to give up, or convince my father to pay? I could do neither. All I could do was wait. She was taken care of by Miss Wang, who worked in the bakery. So she's never come back. I was left alone in the room, accompanied only by the rain, as I listened to the sound of them walking down the stairs and wait the end. Oh man. The separation of the two sisters. After sending her sister off, the girl returned to the room. Shock shook off the raindrops on her coat, and sat back in the wooden chair and thought. She appeared to be much calmer after making up her mind. She tilted her head and looked at the rainy night outside and whinnied. No smoking? What? You want one too? No. I thought there was be scolding and teasing, so her plain reaction was unsettling. Why are you making that face? I thought you would be mad. What was the point of getting mad? Waving her knife, she seemed to be more direct without her sister present. If beating you would make your dad pay, you would have been beaten to death by now. Not really convincing from someone who beat the crap out of me yesterday. Shut up. After contemplating, I figured now would be the best time talking to one-on-one without concern. Hey, can you just be quiet? I have a proposal. Not interested. Just let me finish. Given her unhesitated reaction, I signed awkwardly. It was as though seeing her smirk somehow made me feel a little more relaxed. 037536162. Huh? My debit card password. The one in my bag. What's that for? Her dark eyes stared at me in confusion. She tried to figure out my intention. There's about 7 to 800k in the account. Take all the money in it. You can drag me there if you think it's a trick. The situation have changed since the first time I brought up that proposal. So she didn't have a better option. She knew the chance of getting the ransom was low. That's why she had to let her sister leave first to keep her out of trouble. Go wherever you want with the money you get the money. You can go and just untie me and leave me here too. You want the money, right? It isn't much, but that's still more than the million of Taiwan dollars she would never get. Fearing that I might trigger her pride, I hesitated on what I was about to say. Still better than going to jail? She'd have guessed my thought from hesitation. Finished my sentence for me. She burst into laughter. I could see a strange light in her eyes. What's that? Are you pinning me now? No, it's not that. Since it had to come to this, I didn't even bother to sugarcoat my words. I decided to tell her my true thoughts. All my understand from days of interaction and questions that troubled my mind. Why can some people hire a private tutor while they can't even have a chance to take class? Why can some people talk about delicacy when they don't even have the money to have a proper meal? You're right. Society is unfair. I repeated her favorite line. There was no emotion, just a factual statement. By the way, I'm going to take a shower, even though it's 1 in the morning. What the? Okay, alright, Saifi. Rich people can hire tutors when the countryside doesn't have even enough schooling. Some people have parents who figure out their career path. They can even managers regardless of their capability or personality, while others will never climb up the ladder. I'm here to cover his ship. Okay, son. They keep saying that there's no discrimination based on upbringing. Everyone has a chance through effort. So, instead started a whole business on their own. But it has nothing to do with effort. Why would some people, have to put in more effort to succeed? Where's the fairness in all that? If I didn't have enough food and had to deal with debt, I might have done the same as you. I wasn't sure to justify the crime, but perhaps people didn't have the right to condemn them from higher ground. They kept saying things like, why is society so messed up? Or, you shouldn't commit crimes no matter what, but refuse to help them. They attribute all their success to effort, while all the failure come from their environment or luck. It was nothing but arrogance when those people who live a carefree life condemn others for committing crimes for the sake of survival. I am just lucky. I shrugged and concluded. I didn't kill or rob someone, not because I have a better sense of justice or integrity, but because I'm lucky enough not to have to make that choice. Probably never expected me to say all these things. She did look at me, speechless. The lamp cast on the light. She wanted to say something, but afterwards she just sighed. What's the point of saying all of this? So even if you realize it, why would that change? Or do you think that saying that will make me feel better? I'm just telling you my perspective. You don't want this life, right? You can live with your own sister, right? Her body shook at the mention of her sister. In the end, family was one thing she couldn't let go of. I don't know your past. No one would end up becoming a kidnapper if they had the choice. You should hide once you get the money. I won't tell anyone about this. They wouldn't know, even if I just bullshit everything. No way it would go that smoothly. Still better than waiting to be arrested here. I directly interrupted her. She then retorted, I think the cops will keep looking for you, so you have to figure something out. I shrugged and told her the truth. Kidnapping was a public prosecuted crime. There would be trouble no matter what I would say. Do you trust me? The sound of rain started to die down. There was only silence in the room. I could tell the girl was struggling next to the window. When I proposed this to her, she said she couldn't trust me. She had no insurance and let me go. She couldn't do anything if I broke the promise. The only condition for this deal to work was that she could trust me. I initially didn't feel there was so much to tell these people, who was nothing but rich-hating whiners. However, I realized we weren't that different except in our upbringing and education. We could still understand each other's thoughts through communication. I believe in you.
Aww. Stockholm Syndrome has been successful.
I finally heard her response amidst the rain, but it's too late for that. There was determination in her voice, cold voice, different from her initial look for panic. She seemed to be calm as a lake surface. Too late? Noticing my expression of disappointment, she smiled and turned her face back to the window. I said before, didn't I? It was too late since a long time ago. Ha. My tense-up body fell backward like a broken spring. All the hype of emotion cooled down instantly as I had been drenched in cold water. It is far more frustrating to successfully convince someone, but not be able to change anything, than convincing someone at all. I didn't know what her girl was. Why wasn't she willing to concede? Knowing there would be no chance to get the money. She couldn't wait for any longer before the police came. She just trust me and wait till everything had blown over. I yawned entirely. I haven't been doing so much, but the emotional rollercoaster and illness had made me exhausted. Just sleep. Noticing my tired expression, she covered herself in a blanket, turned off the light, sat next to the door. It became pitch black in the room. There was no starlight or road lamp. I couldn't even see the room clearly. I decided to break the silence. Please, don't just pack me up and dump me on top of the mountain. What a great idea! I will keep that in mind. If you're going to do it quick. I'd rather die instantly than suffer for it. You're such a weirdo. That's not a compliment. It isn't. Both of us fell silent. The rain started to get heavy again, as though it was never going to end. Still awake? I didn't hear a response, but I could feel her gaze somehow. Let me know if you can change your mind. Right. I hear that nonchalant response after a moment's silence. I could barely see her through the darkness, sitting against the wall facing me. I could see that her eyes were looking somewhere past me, far away. In that distance, I wanted to know, what kind of future did those pupils reflect? Is that the end of day 6? That is the end. Alright. I'm going to end the stream right here. I will be playing... Oh man, that's a lot of save points right there. I will be playing... I don't know what I would play. I think I might be playing Mario. I really want to play Mario, to be honest. Yeah, I'll be playing Mario, so that's the end of this game right here. Save. Return. Thank you guys for watching. Always to the end. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, my voice. Wow, that was a long visual. Oh, wow. So this is all the... What's BGM collection? Okay. So this is the CG collection. What's the CG collection? Oh, the CG, it moves. Wow. Alright, I'm going to end the stream right here, and I'm going to get ready for the next stream. Alright, see you guys next time. Well, I should... Yeah, first I should talk about, if like people gonna watch this video, I should talk about the video first. Well, at the moment, the Stockholm Syndrome is actually working. Finally, she started to open up to me. But I have a feeling that the cops might catch us in the future. Her sister most likely is going to come back to this house, maybe. I'm pretty sure there's going to be conflict on the 7th day. I'm not sure what type of conflict though. But most likely there's going to be about Mr. Ken. I might see Mr. Ken next day, hopefully. Maybe not. I'm not sure how long this game is going for, but I like it. I really do like it. They have a lot of... It kind of opened my perspective, you know. There's a lot of things to think about in life. What's fairness, about the rich, the poor, about struggle and stuff like that. Here, I'm back. Mintra, you should go to sleep. Okay, Mintra, I'm going to end the stream right now since you just came back. And I'm going to start a new stream. No, I can't sleep. Okay. Well, I'm going to end the stream right now and going to start a new stream, okay? I'm going to play like Mario thing on the GameCube. I'll be back in 15 because I got set up the GameCube. Peace.